We didn't really give them a chance. We didn't say that 240 was going to be a challenging total for the Indian cricket team, who's chased down bigger ones. But there, New Zealand managing to defeat India by 18 runs and progress to the final of the 2019 Cricket World Cup. India's famed top order, the top three, all dismissed for 1 run. And this is for the first time, in fact, in the history of one-day internationals, that the top three have been dismissed for 1 run each. New Zealand, of course. The bowling, we were talking about Trent Bolt, we were talking about Lockie Ferguson, but it was in fact Matt Henry that got those early breakthroughs that actually created the pressure. And India, we had spoken about New Zealand, but India lost 4 wickets in the power play, under 30 runs, which was the lowest that any team has scored in this World Cup in the power play. Rajdeep's here with me. Rajdeep, 240, when we saw the way the Indian bowlers had bowled, we thought it would be an easy chase. The conditions, we didn't really see the ball swinging that much. There was not that much in the pitch. What is it that India got wrong today?
Look, I think, Radhika, it's the old saying that never judge a match until both teams have batted on the wicket. And I think the wicket had a bit of movement. And the New Zealand bowlers exploited it, particularly in the first 10 overs. Look, this match was going to be decided in those first 10, 15 overs. Had Rohit, Rahul, Virat, 2 of the 3 got through those 15 overs, India would have won. As we saw, Jadeja took us very close. But losing 3 wickets for 5 runs, including Virat and Rohit, in quick succession for the first time in this tournament, exposed the middle order. They didn't do too badly. Rishabh looked good. Hardik looked good for a while. I'm afraid Dhoni is not the Dhoni of the past. Jadeja played the innings of his life. And he, had he lasted till the end, he might have won. But I think the real difference, Radhika, was those first 10 overs. And Matt Henry and Trent Bolt were magnificent in those 10 overs.
You know, all the build-up to this, Rajdeep, we were talking about how the left-arm swing of Trent Bolt will come into play, maybe the pace of Lockie Ferguson. But do you feel it was, in fact, Matt Henry who stood out for the Kiwis? The way he created pressure, of course, picking those 3 crucial wickets in the first 10, changed things around?
Absolutely. He had a great, he bowled brilliantly. One of those wickets was the great catch that Neesham took. So I'm going to give that wicket to Neesham.
He dropped a couple as well.
That's right. But the wicket that really changed this match was set up by Trent Bolt. The way he set up Dhoni, kept pushing the ball outside the off stump and then brought the one in. And Dhoni in the past has been slightly susceptible to being leg before when he goes across. Kohli. And I think the Kohli wicket is where this match changed. Getting Kohli out.
Do you think he was unlucky? Umpire's call, it could have gone either way.
My first reaction was out. The first reaction, I think from the umpire's point of view, they saw Dhoni coming across. Maybe you could argue it was going a little above, but umpire's call, look, I think it was more out than not out. So I wouldn't say he was unlucky. I think Trent Bolt set him up brilliantly. And I think that was the key. Once you've lost your inspirational captain and your highest run getter, then you suddenly realize, you suddenly become vulnerable. And I think the vulnerability began to show, the pressure showed. Santner bowled beautifully, 10 overs for 34 runs. And I just wish somewhere there was a little bit more intent in those, from clever intent is what Jadeja showed. He chose the right balls to hit. Rishabh and Hardik went for the wrong balls to hit.
Do you feel Kane Williamson was also brilliant with the way he rotated his bowlers? When Hardik and Rishabh were batting, we thought that getting Santner could be like a suicide mission for New Zealand. But he bowled brilliantly, and Williamson knew when to get his bowlers and how to rotate them.
Absolutely. And I think, New Zealand are the permanent overachievers of world cricket. If South Africa are the underachievers, look at it. They've reached their 2nd consecutive World Cup final. And Williamson has a huge role to play. Look, he's the rock who's held the batting together. Yesterday when he was playing slowly for 67 along with Taylor, people were criticizing him. I think now you realize the worth of those 2 innings. And I think the New Zealanders make the best use of what they have. What do they have? They have 1 world-class fast bowler and they have 1 world-class batsman. But they have lots of good cricketers, terrific fielders, all of them. And I think the fielding also does make a difference of 10 or 15 runs when you've got the pressure of a Guptill on one side and a Ross Taylor on the other. I think that makes a difference. But I think the end of the day, India was not good enough. I said at the start of the tournament, we should have IPL-style playoffs. If you're number 1,
you should get another
shot. Now, there will be those who will say this is the World Cup, it's knockout. On hindsight, Old Trafford was perhaps the wrong place to play because there's cloud cover, there's a bit of movement, just the kind of conditions we don't like. Look, we got caught out on a bad day. Nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about at all. Lots to celebrate in the way we played the game. But on the day, the New Zealanders were better. That's what one-day cricket is.
And Rajdeep, like you said, we did come close today also, and a lot of that credit has to go to Ravindra Jadeja. That innings of 77, talking about that bits and pieces players, maybe he took that to heart, and he showed really the catches that he took in the field, you know, the wickets that he took. He was really economical, and then those 77 runs, he was brilliant in this match.
Look at it. He takes a direct run out first thing in the morning, then a great catch, and then comes and hits an innings which, had he won the match, would have gone among the greatest one-day innings ever played by any batsman, not just an Indian batsman from that position. Never again, never again. Sanjay Manjrekar is an old friend with whom I played cricket. Never again will Ravindra Jadeja be called a bits and pieces cricketer. He is Sir Jadeja for that innings. And for a moment I thought, you know, he was actually just timing the ball so well on a wicket where everyone else was struggling. So he's got that X factor, whether in the field, whether in the bat. He bowled brilliantly. Look, he was terrific in the match, but the rest let us down. And I think somewhere, you know, this top three problem that we've had for the last couple of years, if they don't work out, we lose more often than we win. We are so dependent on one of the top three going, you know, to score to get a big score. We missed Shikhar, of course, at the end, because then you would have had Rahul at 4. But look, I come back to it. New Zealand are the classic overachievers. They beat us, remember, in a warm-up match?
They did.
Before the tournament
Similar
as well.
conditions, overcast conditions.
Absolutely, similar. And I've always seen, Radhika, India has struggled in overcast conditions. We are fine when the ball is bouncing, but when the ball starts moving, too much of one-day cricket, too much of T20 cricket, you know, makes you sort of push at balls that you'd otherwise leave. And that, I think we got caught out on a bad day today.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.